could not see my life without having a challenge every single day of my life. Otherwise, it would be boring. And the same as is Bea and myself, there's a lot of people like us. So when they come into Evolution, that from the very first day, I always say, you're gonna sit here, and this is gonna be like a Ferrari, because it's like, whoa, work. You're not gonna get bored, and you're gonna be busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a very special one today. I am at the office in Evolution in Palma. Well, our home base as well, so we love Palma. But the good thing is we're speaking to two amazing ladies from the yachting industry, Bea and Belén, and they own Evolution. And a lot of you will know them. And we're very honored that, well, one of you came down to Barcelona all the way down to be with us, right? Here you go. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you for setting this all up and for doing this this beautiful conversation with us. Because before we start, what I would want to talk about is how did you manage to make Evolution this big? Because how many people work for Evolution?
At the moment, more than 50 people.
More than 50 people, and then that's all over Spain.
All over Spain.
Because where are your offices? I mean, we're in the Palma office, and are you in Barcelona?
We have the main offices are in Palma, Ibiza, and Barcelona. But the presence is in all Spain, Gibraltar, and Portugal. That's
also in Portugal.
Also Portugal.
I didn't even know that. That's new for me. Fantastic. So, and we work in this very strange industry, the Superyacht industry. It's like this tiny industry. And how did you manage to become such a big name in this industry? Because everybody knows you.
For natural growth.
Natural growth?
That was a very natural growth. I think Evolution, one thing that we always say is that it has followed a slow growth over the years, and thanks mainly to the word to mouth of the clients.
Word to mouth.
So if you ask what is the recipe for Evolution, it's good work. A lot of work, good work.
Yeah.
And is a company orientated 100% towards the client. It's a service company.
Okay, and now I'm going to ask the critical question. Everybody will say we're 100% for the client and we do everything. So what do you do specifically that you believe that makes you stand out to others?
We enjoy very much what we do. We really have fun when we work. We are very passionate, and we are very energetic. So we are always thinking about what we should do to improve, to have new projects, to find other areas. So in the last years, we have opened a lot of divisions in our own business to maintain the not only the work, but to improve with the business. If the yachting is looking for something new, we try to see what it is, and then we move towards that way.
Because you're trying to be innovative as well, listen well to what the industry requires, and always be on top of your game. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
This is one of the things that, as obviously another magic word for Evolution is the team, the family. It's very important that each person that joins the company, and especially now that we are growing as well in number, but the main people, the heads of department, they're people that they have been living, breathing, and everything since the very first day. And so they have seen the evolution of Evolution.
Yeah.
They have been part of it. And this company, although that maybe for the people looks like a big company, I always say that it's a very small company. So that feeling that the feeling that our staff has with the company, inside the company, we want to transmit this to the client. You know what I mean? It's like we want them to feel at home. And when we say that we are oriented to the client, it's all about this. Means that what we always say, we deliver service like any other company, but with a bit of love. And we make the client feel part of our family.
Okay.
This is what we want to transmit. For us, everyone is important. As soon as they walk into the office or they are asking for something, we are so much involved. And that's what we transmit to the rest of the team.
Okay. Because as you said, if you want the client to feel part of the family, then it means your team has to be a family.
Correct.
And and that's easy when you're 5 people or 10 people, but how does that become more complicated when you become 50 people to make sure that you still hire the right people?
We do a lot of things together. We have a lot of fun, and when I say we have a lot of fun, it's we try to do a lot of events for the company internally, a lot of promotions. Like if a person that was starting with us 11 years ago now has been part of everything in evolution, which means they have grown, they feel evolution, they feel the way we feel, and they are as important as we are.
Okay, fantastic. And if you hire a new person, so what's the trick in getting the right person?
Well, you know what? It's actually easier than we thought.
Okay.
It just took us
give me that trick, because I find it. Well, I've got a great team, but it's like the bigger you grow, the more complicated it feels for me to get the right person in place.
You're right. I mean, it's a matter of just finding the person. But there is, I have the faith always that there is a person for evolution. And it's always like we have people coming to evolution and it just doesn't work. And I always have the same sentence for them. Listen, it's not that you are a bad worker or, it's not made for evolution. For us, and I'm sure they agree, you need to feel evolution as a lifestyle. We cannot get people that they have an idea of working from 8 to 5, then I go home and I forget. They need to feel the company that is always with you, and you don't feel that you're doing extra hours, out of your work. A lot of people go home in Barcelona, for example, that we don't have that busy season, that is more standard, 8 to 5, and we go home during the weekends. Still, people, they are connected 24/7 because it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. It's like the crew.
It's like the crew. It's what I'm trying to say. It's
exactly.
Like, and I think that's the trick that I'm hearing. Like, it's like you live like a crew on a vessel with you together, you're close, you spend time together, and it also means you have to find the people with like not only the right qualities or skills of work, but also the right personality to fit within that lifestyle of evolution. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The head of departments of EVO, which is the key people of EVO, has been with us since the very beginning, and it's not only us. They train the people that is starting the same way. It's not a work. It's a way of living, because you either take it or if you don't like it, you're going to leave it in 2 days, because you can see immediately that it's not for you, and we know it's not for the person. But the person that is starting can feel that the people that is on top of them is putting the yes before the no, and it's going right to the very, very last minute to get anything or to achieve something. So they start to share the same way of business.
I think that's very interesting. I think that's like what a lot of people that are watching our channel are thinking, like, okay, I can do this. Like, I start alone or with a few people. That's easy. You're committed. You're there 24/7. But then when you grow, how do you keep growing? Because in the end, that's what we all want as a business. Like, yes, superyachting is a great lifestyle, but it doesn't work if you don't get the clients, if you don't get the turnover, and if you don't get people to stay with you for a long time. Clients have to stay with you, and your staff have to stay with you. I think that's what I'm getting out of this. I think it's very interesting.
Because it's challenging, know, and when you're a person that you like challenges, either you like it or you don't like it. For me in life, it's very easy. You have like comfortable people, which I respect 100%, and then people like us that we are, we like challenge. I could not see my life without having a challenge every single day of my life. Otherwise, it would be boring. And the same as is Beatriz and myself, there's a lot of people like us. So when they come into evolution, that from the very first day, I always say, you're gonna sit here, and this is gonna be like a Ferrari, because it's like, whoa, work. You're not gonna get bored, and you're gonna be busy. But at the same time, they need to understand that every request we receive is completely different every day. So it keeps, it keeps the company moving, because it's not a single request that is the same.
Yeah.
So it's this type of people that they like this, and these other people that they don't like it. They cannot handle it.
They can't handle it. Because how many vessels do you deal with on an average year or season?
Believe me, I lost track of it.
No, we had some figures prior to COVID, and we would say around 300 a year.
300. Yeah.
But post-COVID, we would say that this last year, because Ibiza was still not the same, not exactly the same type of business due to the nightlife, we would say 200, 210.
Okay, but so between 200 and 300 vessels. I mean, that's, as you said, and every vessel has got 100,000 requests. So just add them all up together, and you can imagine like people will be calling you, emailing you, WhatsApping you with constant questions, probably, right?
Yes.
This is as well another thing that we try to teach the staff. You know, for us, of course, we are an agency, we are agents, and we like to be the agent of the vessel. Yeah. But sometimes for us, it's not that important. We always try to get something from the vessel. You know, either if it's the provisions, customs, or TPA. We have a lot of departments. We are doing a lot of things in-house. And every time that we see an opportunity of business that we can handle it inside, that's what we do. Okay. So at the moment, I think as a company, I would say that in the market we are one of the ones with more departments and that we can handle a lot of subject matters that the boat needs itself, from legal to provisions to spares, contractors. You know what I mean? Because that's the idea. That we get in different departments.
And do you then have specialists for every department, or are people also doing multiple things?
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. At the beginning, we were all doing everything.
Yes, exactly.
But when I was speaking to you just a little bit before, I was trying to explain that with the time and the growthness of the industry, we did understood that this was going to get bigger, and the industry was going to require from us that a lot of specialists. Even in law, in anything that you want to do now in yachting is just growing because the size of the yachts are growing as well. So we have departments and we have specialized people in each department.
Okay. Because that and then the next challenge is that those departments will have to communicate together, because you still have to be one family, right? And someone who is in law or someone who's in logistics, they're a completely different breed of people, I can imagine.
This is the funny thing that they are completely breed of people, but at the same time, the client is always the same. In the end, when you are, and this is something that I always say, that vessel, we are in a small industry, there's not that many actually vessels going around, but that vessel is exactly the same in Spain, in Greece, in Italy. They have the same crew, same captain, same needs, same. I would say, all of them, they have their own special requests, whatever they like, they don't like. So, we're always dealing with the same client. And the only thing is that we are helping them is with the different needs they have. But it's still the staff that is handling with them, the priority is basically to answer the email. The service.
You got a point there. You got a good point there.
So don't bring a lawyer sometimes because maybe it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Because it's not made for the industry.
Okay, let me quickly recap what I think I have heard today. So basically, you need a great team. You need to see it as a lifestyle and be completely committed to doing what you need to do. There's no cutting corners. It's like all in or not in. And what I also saw is like, if you want to grow the company like these amazing women did, it's also you need to be on top of your game. You need to look ahead and to understand what is the next request, what's the next thing that you have to develop, and make sure that you develop that from, constantly adding services to your paleo services. And one thing I heard as well is, even if it's a small task for a vessel and not the whole range, you still have to perform to your best.
Yep. Yes.
Did I summarize that well, what we discussed today?
Very well.
Is there anything you'd like to add for our audience? Any final tips?
Well, you said as well, one of the things that you say is we were used to be reactive at the beginning because, of course, you're growing. and where we're trying to be ahead, and we change this mentality by being proactive. Sometimes it's impossible because this is always last minute request, but now because the company is growing as well, we make our staff to become like that, like to help us with ideas, things that they see. If you go to a vessel and you talk to a captain and then they mention something, always bring the ideas. What are they talking about? What do you think? What are they asking for? Because the client is always asking for something. You just have to read it. You have to listen.
Exactly.
And this is one thing that we do in Evolution. We listen a lot to the client. So we try to be proactive.
And I listened to you today.
Good.
And thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I really enjoyed this beautiful setting here outside of the offices. And we created this, credits to BA.
Do you feel like a family now? Do you feel like a family now or no?
I'm so happy to have this. Thank you so much, my dears. And
thank you very much.
And guys, see you for our next episode. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Adios.